Hello, fellow Bears fans. Welcome to my Week 10 game preview. Bears at Packers. Sunday Night Football under the lights on NBC. Need to get a big win here. 3-5 on the season. Can't afford too many more losses, if any more losses. 10-6 is usually what the average of what it takes to get into the playoffs. We're 3-5, so we need to win at least 7 out of our last 8 games to have a realistic shot at the playoffs. That starts this weekend in Green Bay on Sunday Night Football. So let's get to some of the numbers in this game. Points per game, we put up 22.5, ranking us 18th. They put up 27.8, ranking them 6th. Yards per game, we put up 353.6, ranking us 13th. They put up 346.1, ranking them 16th. Pass yards per game, we put up 251.1, ranking us 14th. They put up 248.6, ranking them 13th. Rush yards per game, we put up 102.5, ranking us 18th. They put up 97.5, ranking them 24th. Defensive points per game, we give up 27.8, ranking us 29th in the league. They only give up 23.9, ranking them 19th. Defensive yards per game, we give up 372.4, ranking us 22nd. They give up 379.2, ranking them 26th. Defensive pass yards per game, we give up 262.2, ranking us 23rd. They give up 225.8, ranking them 9th in the league. Defensive rush yards per game, we give up 110.1, ranking us 13th. They give up 153.5, ranking them 32nd and dead last in the league against the run. Let's move on to individual matchups. Quarterback position, Aaron Rodgers, Jay Cutler. Obviously, since he's been a starter, Aaron Rodgers has proved to be an elite quarterback and one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Jay Cutler is what he is. He's a gunslinger. He's going to be able to fit balls in tight spaces, but he's also going to throw his interceptions. He's only thrown 8 on the year through 8 games, which is an average of 1 per game. For a gunslinger, that's not that bad. Overall, just looking at stats-wise throughout their careers, Aaron Rodgers, stat-wise, is the better quarterback, so I'm going to give them a slight edge here. However, Rodgers did bang up his hamstring in their previous game. He's had a week off for the week bye that they had to rest it up. Hamstrings do tend to linger. Whether or not he's shown any effects for it, I don't know. He has fully participated in practice this week and is listed as probable coming in the game, but if there's any lingering effects, that hamstring, getting pressure on him, making him run around and move around, maybe even getting a few sacks on him, might be able to force him out of this game. Move over to the running back position. Eddie Lacy, James Starks are their running backs. Lacy hasn't had the greatest year this year, neither is their run game in total. Their offensive line hasn't been the greatest this year, is part of the reason for that. So on our side, we got Matt Forte and Kadeem Carey. So I'm going to give us a slight, pretty good edge at the running back position there. Forte's obviously one of the tops in the league. He's actually on pace right now for 1,000 yards rushing and just under 1,000 yards receiving on the year. If he can get the 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving, he'll be only the 3rd running back in NFL history to do that. Move over to the tight end position. They got Quarles, whereas we got Martellus Bennett. Martellus Bennett is questionable coming in with a rib injury that he suffered in practice, sore ribs. Right now they're saying that he's questionable, probably going to be close to a game-time decision or maybe an early Sunday morning decision on whether or not he'll play. If it's Bennett versus Quarles, I give us the edge there. Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, receivers. One of the top tandems in the league. Both very dominant receivers. On our side of the ball, Marshall and Jeffrey, once again, one of the top tandems in the league. I'm going to call this a toss-up. Both very good. However, as far as you go further back, they got Jared Boykin, very solid receiver in the slot. It looks like this week we might be getting Marquez Wilson back. He's practiced fully. Not sure whether or not they're going to dress him this week. But after his collarbone injury in the preseason, we're finally getting him back, so that's going to be a huge boost to our wide receiver core. So now we will move over to the defensive side of the ball, where Green Bay plays the base 3-4 defense. and we play a base 4-3 defense. Look at the defensive lines. Their defensive line is going to be Mike Daniels, Latroy Gouin, and Datone Jones. All three very solid defensive linemen. We are going to be with Jared Allen, Willie Young, Stephen Paya, and Jeremiah Ratliff. We've obviously lost the services of Lamar Houston for the year with the torn ACL. That is a pretty big loss, but we do have depth at the defensive line position, which is good. I'm going to give us a slight edge at the defensive line position. Move over to linebacker position, and this is where, on the defensive side of the ball, this is where the Packers are the strongest. They have a very good linebacking core, starting with Clay Matthews at left outside linebacker, A.J. Hawk at left inside linebacker, Brad Jones at right inside linebacker, and Julius Peppers at right outside linebacker. We're going to be, obviously, a huge boost to us this week. Both Lance Briggs and Jonathan Bostic return to practice fully this week and are going to play. So we're going to have DJ Williams, Lance Briggs, and Shea McClellan's also back. So all three of our starting linebackers, and then on nickel situations, Bostic will be in there. Going to give them a slight edge at the linebacker position. Just, we do have a little bit youth and inexperience, whereas most of their guys are veterans. DJ Williams and Lance Briggs are veterans as well, but that 3-4 defense they play, having 4 linebackers in there and 4 very good linebackers, going to give them the slight edge there. Cornerback position, they got Tremont Williams and Sam Shields. Over the course of their careers have proved to be very good corners. We have Kyle Fuller and Tim Jennings. I'm going to call that a toss-up there. Pretty even matchup. Move over to the safety position. They got Morgan Purnett and Ha-Ha Clinton Dix. Ha-Ha Clinton Dix has played very solid since coming into the NFL. Very young. Morgan Purnett's a very solid, strong safety and is a veteran. We have Chris Conti and Ryan Mundy. Safety position's been a little bit struggling for us this year, yet again, like they did last year. Leaving too many people open in the passing game. Going to give them the edge there. Going to move now on to my keys to the game for this game. My key to the game on offense is going to be ground and pound, run the ball. Green Bay's defense, 225.8 yards per game against the pass, ranks them 9th, but they give up 153.5, which ranks them dead last in the league against the run. We got to exploit that. The key to winning any game and the key to winning the battle on offense is to exploit the defense's weaknesses. And on Green Bay's side of the ball and the defense, their weakness is clearly the running game, so we got to gash them on the run, open up play-action pass. That'll help us in the passing game. Last time against Green Bay, even though we lost, we ran for 253 yards in the game. We gotta gash them on the run. We can't just decide to pass when they're 9th against the pass and 32nd in the run. Got to get the running game going in this one. Open up the play-action pass will help us huge in the passing game. Key to the game on defense is going to be steal the show. What I mean by steal the show is get takeaways. A lot of blame this year for the Bears' lack of success has fallen on Jay Cutler, which I do not think is right. Jay Cutler has turned the ball over some, yes, but 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Only 8 interceptions through the first. Granted, that puts him on pace for 16 interceptions, which is not good, but you can't put he can't shoulder all the blame when our defense is giving up 27.8 points per game. You can't expect the offense to put up those kind of numbers every game. That's a huge amount of pressure on Cutler. Yes, he has turned the ball over, and yes, he's cost us some drives, but the defensive side of the ball is where you got to generate takeaways too. What I mean by steal the show is we need to generate the takeaways. In the last 2 games against the Patriots and against the Dolphins, we have not taken the ball away once. So if Cutler turns the ball over once or twice and we don't get any takeaways, they win the turnover battle. You got to take the ball away on defense. And not only have we not taken the ball away against the against the Patriots, we didn't take the ball away once, and we didn't even force them to punt in the game. Every drive they scored except for the only drive they didn't score was on a missed field goal. You can't have that. You can't let a team just throw up 51 points on you. That was clearly on the defense, but yet again, people still try to blame Cutler for turning the ball over twice in that one. Definitely not his fault there. Got to take the ball away on defense. So now I'm going to move over to my prediction. It is at Green Bay, at Lambeau Field. We definitely want to see our Bears win. Both teams coming off bad losses. I think the Bears are in a little bit more of a predicament here as they need the win, so I think they're going to really come out hungry for the win. I'm going to say Bears 27, Packers 24, final score. Look Sunday evening. If not Sunday evening, I will definitely have it up by Monday evening, my post-game recap of this one. Until then, go Bears, bear down.